Alright, what is going on, guys? Faz here from Beckett Boy, and we have got some sick cards to unravel. Before I jump into that, just wanted to do a quick touch on some of the awesome mail that I've received in the last couple of weeks. It's been a while since I've been on the air. There's been a lot going on, but in a nutshell, we have got a lot of Don Bradman. The orders, I have not stopped buying. Good time to buy. Very good time to buy this time of year usually. And getting ready for a whole lot of card submitting. But let's jump into what I have received, and I'll go through these one by one. There's a lot of Bradmans here, so a lot to take in, a lot of multiples. I've got the, I'll just show you front and back since I bought two of these. The Donald Bradman Famous People. Now this is a, I think this is a late 30s card. But yeah, honestly, I haven't seen much of these. There's a whole lot of different Bradmans I've seen coming out, and I've got some ones that are really good nick. Going to get these graded and see what they go for. Good time to get Bradmans. We've got the John Players. Now we know this one. This is the 38. Sorry, the 34, I should say. 38 looks the same as the 34. It's very similar. I got two of those. Very good deal. The next one is the Churchman's Cigarettes. So these are all old tobacco cards, obviously. And these ones are all, I think this is a 34 as well. Got a whole lot of portrait and cartoon cards, which are always really cool as well. This one just says D. Bradman Champion Series. There we go. Park Drive, Gallagher Limited, Virginia. Cool. What is that? Just says second series, 34. So I think these are most of these are 30s. I've had better success. This one was one I'd never seen before, and it says it's a 1 of 3. So I've never seen this. I got an insane deal, and I thought that is too good to pass up on. And it's a card that's made in America. If you look at that, the Millhouse, Lexington, Kentucky, USA, which is obviously a tobacco card. So that's very interesting to see that they made these cards. I have another 1 of 3, not this same one, but of the same company coming as well, that I purchased yesterday. Now these two, I sold one of these very recently for $300, and that was only a CGA 1. That shows you the potential of these cards. This is a 32 Sweet Acres Test Match Records, number 16. And there's another 2 of them there. Yeah, it's crazy to see what some of these prices are. And I've been saying this for a number of years now, if you've been watching the channel. And it isn't a joke. Bradman's cards are going to skyrocket soon. Especially as you get up to some of these cards in the 30s. Well, I mean, it's 20. We're in the 2020s now. So in another 10 years' time, some of these cards will be 100 years old, or close to. And that's going to be a totally different story than 100-year-old cards. If you've got them slabbed up, I know a lot of you guys have been on the Bradman wagon. Stay on it, believe me, stay on it. And I would probably look at holding most of the ones that grade well, unless you're really in a state where you need the coin. Otherwise, hold on to them. Sportsman Oz, that's actually a 2016, I think it's a 2016 replica, the Acre and Mints. Now, one of my subscribers, Hugh, and one of my customers, Hugh, sent one of these off. I think it was Hugh, and SGC, I think it was this one, they wouldn't grade it, which was interesting. Very interesting. They sent it back, and that was that. So I'm going to try my luck with CGA with that card since I found that one. Some more Sweet Acres, and this is a, you can see this is very old. Bradman, I think this is a 1930. Yeah, this is a 1930, so this is really winding that one back. I'm going to get all these graded, and just for the protection purposes as well. This is a front back one, so this is a different one. BDV Cigarettes, Bradman, and on the back is Inkson. Looks like he's a jockey. I had never heard of the guy before. But yeah, so that's an interesting double-sided one. One different one, I saw this, and this is a Greg Chappell If you know your cricket, you'll know Greg Chappell. This is a Greg Chappell rookie card. So this is a I think it's 1970 or 69 or something like that. Greg Chappell card. So really, hadn't seen one. There's not another one on there, maybe now, but there wasn't at the time that I purchased this. So that's very interesting. And this was the cream of the crop. I did post this on the Facebook page when I got it. I was ecstatic. Won this at an auction. I'd never seen this before. This is a Don Bradman test debut with the coin in there, 1928 authenticated coin, and it's authenticated ink. Yeah, and I'd never seen this before, and I haven't seen it since. So I am going to send this one off as well. It came in a screw down. I haven't even taken it out of the screw down yet, to be honest. But that's super interesting. Yeah, so it'd be interesting to see what sort of card condition. I don't really want to touch it too much, just because of what it is. I've debated whether or not to send this to CGA or send it to PSA and just have it in authentication without the grade. Sometimes that's better to do, especially for cards that are a little bit vintage or can potentially be damaged as well. Sometimes you just get them authenticated rather than grading to preserve a bit of value. And the other one I got, this was something different. I'd never purchased from these guys before. Someone sent me a link. They knew I was a Collingwood supporter. I did post this in the Facebook group and page for Beckett Boy. And they sent me this saying, have you heard of Regal? Look at this. They've got your favorites on one card. Well, I had heard of Regal, but I hadn't really, got into what they'd done until I saw this, and I thought, wow. Had a look at it. Price was decent. They do only make them on the day and sell them out limited edition to 60 per card. So had a look what they're doing with these quad signatures. And this is the Rat Pack, all for the famous Rat Pack from the 2010 Premiership Collingwood team. And Regal do this very, very well. It's more, I would say, for collecting rather than, the 60 stops a whole lot of people that are just going to, buy these and bait them off and sell them off for, 10 times what they paid for them. So it stops a lot of scalping, and it's more for the collectors. I am going to have this one graded, and I will send it off. I will send that off to most probably SGC for that one. But yeah, that was really, really nice. Really, really awesome. All right, we'll clear this rabble out and we'll get into this semi-bulk that I had come in. And I wanted to get this out a number of weeks ago, but time just has not been friendly to me this year at all. It's kept me away from doing a lot of the things that I've loved, but it is what it is. When you have a family and other things going on, it's just what it is. So, yeah, so let's jump into submission. I've got a couple of piles here. I've sort of broken it into what we've got. We've got a bit of semi-vintage AFL, regular AFL, and a bit of cricket and NRL over here. So I think we'll start off with the cricket and NRL. And we've got a Warney rookie card off the bat. We'll do him last, I think. That's such a good card. It's Andrew Johns. I've got Andrew Johns rookie card. So let's get it going. This is a Series 294. So I've got a number of these Joey Johns already. For the NRL heads here, you'll definitely recognise this card. And we've got an 8.5. Not a bad. I think my other one is a 7. So that trumps my other one. And that one's in pretty good nick. I thought it might have got a bit higher, but it's difficult sometimes with some of these cards in the 80s and 90s because you just don't know. So if you get a good deal. Andrew Johns, another player I've been talking up in the last probably 12 to 18 months. Get amongst his rookie cards and definitely long-term hold. Don't try and flog them off. There's a number of people that are trying to do that. You won't get that big of a bang yet unless you've got a 9 or a 10. The 7 and 8s, you'll probably only get anywhere from about $80 to $150 per card, unless that has changed, but that was what I've seen recently. Otherwise, I'd hold because these will go up over the long haul as they become vintage. And we got a best rookie 8.5. That's not bad as well. I got another one of these. I think I got a 9 on this. This is the 94 Masters Dynamic Series, which is really, really cool. These look really awesome, these cards. For anyone who remembers collecting those back in the day, I certainly do. The 90s was a very, very good time to get NRL cards. I think this is exactly the same card, is it? Yeah, it is. So we've got an 8 on that one as well. Not too bad. I thought that one might have got a 9. I think the centering's a little bit off on it, just a tad. It might have some surface wear as well. Is what it is. And now, here we go. For the finale of that stuff, we have got Shane Warne, the 93 Ashes. This is his official rookie card. And for those who don't know what a proper true rookie card is, just the base card. It's not a signature, it's not a draft, it's the actual base card of their first season or before they play. So this was his first ever card, and he obviously, I think he debuted in the Ashes. Yeah, made his test debut against India 91-92. There you go. But we got a 9, fantastic. That's awesome. I got 4 of these. I've got a 9.5, 2 9s, and a 7. 7 is up on eBay. About 20-something people watching that. Really good card, especially a long-term holding. All right, let's jump into pile number 2. Got a bunch of Dusty Martins here. That looks like the Rising Stars. This is his second series rookie card. And we've got a 9. That's not bad. Thought that might have gone bad. I pulled these out of a 2011 Champions box. Awesome. All right, and I had 2 of them. Awesome. Yeah, we go. I bought one as well. So I thought, might jump on the wagon again before he starts diminishing. And we got another 9. Not bad at all. So 2 Gem Rising Stars. And here we go. This is from the almighty 2010 Prestige, or 2011 Prestige, which is a very, very notorious series from Select. Obviously, the rookie card from Dustin Martin, the Brownlow Medal Award for Dane Swan. There's a bunch of Gary Abletts, etc., etc. It was just a fantastic year when a lot of those mega stars were all playing together. Lance Franklin, all these guys were still around the game together. And the next one of those, the next wave of the GOAT had come out in this guy here. And we got an 8.5. That's the highest one I've got of his jersey. I've got an 8 as well, which is up on eBay. And that's a hollow Guernsey die cut, which is pretty rare, these things. So, yeah, a little bit of coin on that one. Not bad at all. Here we go. And we're down to some really cool stuff here. We've got the Scott Pendlebury. Many saying this year could be his last season. Could be true. We'll wait and see. The man looks like he could keep playing till he's about 40, and he's approaching 400 games. So I think he'll get to about 380 something this year if he plays every game. And it looks like they're going to have another deep finals run. They're on top of the ladder. This is his rookie card, his true rookie card, 2007 Select. All right, here we go. What do we got? And we've got a 10. Outstanding. Now, I sold an 8 for about $150 just to put it in perspective of what that would be worth. Definitely as a 10 and as a big Collingwood supporter, that will be in my PC. Fantastic. Another one that might, this is the Dane Swan rookie card, 2004. Dane Swan Select. Let's go. What do we got? And we got a 7. Interesting. I went right over that. I thought that would get at least a 9, but it is what it is. You win some, you lose some. I do have a 10 of this in my PC already, so that one might go up onto eBay if you're interested. That is one of the mega stars of the AFL. All right, and what do we got? Oh, this is a really cool one. So you can see here it's a serial number, and it's a draft honor roll Gold Coast. Now, opened a box of Select Future Force 2016 about, I want to say a year and a half, maybe even 2 years ago. Really, really fun set. There was a lot of really big rookies in that draft, notably Josh Dacos from Collingwood, a bunch of others. I think all these guys from the Gold Coast. A lot of them are still playing on the Gold Coast. Scrimshaw, Ainsworth, Jack Bowes, who's playing for Geelong now. Anyway, I got a redemption card. I made a video on the redemption, on how to redeem those cards. Pretty simple process. Send the redemption to Select with a registered envelope for them to send it back to you, self-addressed. Did all that, sent it back, about 2-week turnaround, and Boomski's got this. Thought, you know what? There's not many of these on the market, only 100 in total. Why not put it in a shell? And let's see what we got. And we got a 10. Well, that's pretty much straight off the factory press and straight to them. I barely touched it. I didn't take it out of any of the sleeves because they send it back to you in a sleeve, and I just literally whacked a thing on it, sent it in a saver, and sent it off to CGA. Bang, 10. So the only flaws that are on that card, which is why it didn't get Pristine Plus, would have been the ones that came off the factory. You can see there the centering is absolutely nearly mint perfect, and the surface is high gloss, so you can see any smudging or anything like that. There's none of that. So yeah, a near perfect card on that, and that's fantastic. I will, being a Gold Coast boy, I do follow the Suns. They're my second team, so I will definitely keep that because that's a bit of history there. Hopefully they can start winning. All right. Oh, here we go. This is some 80s and I think some vintage AFL in here. Yeah. Okay. This is different. All right. So started buying some old stuff here. I've got a. I think this is I can't tell because of the pictures, but I think this is an 87 Dacos or an 88 Dacos. So let's have a look. 3. Okay. Not that great. I did get a 7 on this one as well. Yes, that one will go up. I'll keep the 7, obviously. But yeah, pretty tidy. There's not many of these Dacoses up. They just get snapped up as soon as someone puts one up. It usually sells pretty quick. So minor return on that one. Now, these next 3, I think, are from the 70s. It was a Lee Matthews, a Peter Tuck, and a Mick Malthouse. So 2 famous coaches that were players, premiership coaches, and the record games holder of all time in Michael Tuck. Played for the Richmond Tigers. So who we got first? We've got Michael Tuck. So Hawthorn, not Richmond. Thinking of... so Michael Tuck there. Brilliant player from the 70s, and I believe, not sure exactly when he retired, but he played for a long, long time, about 20 seasons, which is an absolute ton. A 6 is pretty good. That's a 78 Scanlons. It's hard to get stuff from, you go back to the 70s and 60s and 70s. The best players are all pretty much snapped up. There is a little bit if you look around, you're persistent, but I thought that's a pretty good. They came as a 3. I bought them all. And we've got Lee Matthews. Look at that. He also played for Hawthorn. Big part of their success in the 80s and late 70s. And I believe this was actually his rookie card. I could be wrong. But yeah, that's a 6 on that as well. So that's not too bad at all. This must be the Mick Malthouse. Now, Mick played for the Richmond Tigers in the 70s. Was a premiership player with them, I think, in 81. Could be wrong. Went on to be a very successful coach, obviously. And we've got a 5. Thought that one was going to be the best out of all of them. But yeah, anyway, those cards were pretty difficult to obtain. And obviously the wear and tear that they've been through, being cards from the 70s. You're always going to have that with 70s. You buy them, it is what it is. Now, this is something I've never seen. And when I flip this over, you'll probably scratch your head. You can see the centering's off on it a bit, but the corners and the surface are mint. So I knew it wouldn't 10 because of the centering. You can clearly see the centering's way out. This is a Peter Dacos Select sticker. Now, I didn't even know that they did stickers in the 80s and 90s, but yes, they did. And there's not many of these around. I think this is 91 or 92 when Dacos was getting towards the end of his career. We'll flip this over and we've got an 8.5. Wow. And you can see there how sharp the corners are. And I'm guessing the centering is, you can see it is just way off. But they're those stickers, they get cut. If you look at the size comparison, It's quite a little bit, it's about 2/3 the size of a regular card, so it's a little bit different. But when I saw this and the price, I thought, is this real? So I messaged the guy and then bought it from eBay, and I was amazed at the condition that it was in. This will definitely be going into my collection. I don't think many people would have these, let alone have one that's graded, slabbed up, and an 8.5. So yeah, get at me. That's pretty damn special. But anyway, that is it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. Look out, I'm going to have some more stuff coming as I get back into the swing of things. Thanks for your patience. See you in the next one. Peace.